And we are live. Well, all right, it's up and running. And well, anybody who's here, I'm Jeff, and today it's Marine Corps birthday. So not only will I be doing this live, I'll be recording this for posterity. So anybody who wants to know about the Marine Corps birthday, well, you get to see it. And anybody who's here, welcome. Today is the 10th of November, 2019. It is 244 years since the Marine Corps was created. Yeah, it's my second birthday of the year. My birthday will be December 12th, but every Marine gets a second birthday, the Marine Corps birthday. We celebrate it. There's a big ball. To give you a rundown, it's like going to a high school prom, but with more ceremony. A lot more ceremony. And we will be doing that. And to the hunky chunky funky monkey, welcome. Thank you, monkey. Thank you, monkey. And hoorah to you, monkey. I know it's in UK over there. It's got to be late as hell. It's got to be like 2 or 3 in the morning over there. But let's kick this off. I will start out with how we would roll in a Marine Corps birthday. 10 minutes before the ceremony would start, we'd get, ladies and gentlemen, please go to your seats. Then you get a 5-minute call, and I will link this later in the notes below. That's a link to the Commandant's birthday message. It's about an 8-minute video. Of course, I have already watched it. It's a very inspiring Marine Corps video, and I highly suggest you all go check it out. And if you need to go look it up, I will type it in the comments. You just need to look this up. Type that in YouTube, you'll find the Marine Corps birthday message. It's not just for Marines, it's for everybody to see. This is a celebration of the Marine Corps. All right, after that, the Marines, we would start the celebration, and we would start with this. It would be sound attention. And then, once that's been sounded, we would sound adjutant's call, and this is where you'd start seeing the sword corps and everybody else start to march on. All right. Oh, it's only 9 p.m. there, monkey? All right. But then we would continue with marching on with this. Now, for all of you out there, I have been on the Sword Corps twice in the Marine Corps birthday ball. I was on the Sword Corps at the first Marine Corps ball ever held at 1st Rating Battalion, and I was on the Sword Corps one time in Company Golf Marine Corps Cryptologic Support Battalion. Sorry, it's a mouthful, but we would come on to marching to this music, which is Semper Fidelis. Yeah, we'd all do the march out, present arms, order arms, all that fun stuff. And then we would continue. All right. Guest of honor and the senior Marine would march out. All hands would present arms, ruffles and flourishes, order arms. We sound attention to march on the colors. At that point, when they march on, we play the national anthem. And then after that would be everybody be seated. Now, as you can see here up on the screen, as I've shared, this is the birthday message from General John A. Lejeune, 13th Commandant of the Marine Corps. Hey, what's up, rookie? But this is read at every single Marine Corps birthday ball everywhere around the world. And I will read it for you since, well, I am the narrator. On November 1st, 1921, General John A. Lejeune, 13th Commandant of the Marine Corps, directed that a reminder of honorable service of the Corps be published by every command to all Marines throughout the globe on the birthday of the Corps. Since that day, the Marines continue to distinguish themselves on many battlefields and foreign shores in war and peace. On this birthday of the Corps, therefore, in compliance of the will of the 13th Commandant, Article 38, United States Marine Corps Manual, edition 1921, is republished as follows. 1. On November 10th, 1775, a Corps Marine was created by resolution of the Continental Congress. Since that date, many thousands of men have borne the name Marine. In memory of them, it is fitting that we who are Marines should commemorate the birthday of our Corps by calling to mind the glories of its long and illustrious history. 2. The record of our Corps is one which will bear distinction with that of the most famous military organizations in the world's history. During 90 of the 146 years of its existence, the Marine Corps has been in action against the nation's foes. From the Battle of Trenton to the Argonne, Marines have won foremost honors in wars. And in the long eras of tranquility at home, generation after generation, Marines have grown gray in war in both hemispheres and in every corner of the seven seas that our country and its citizens might enjoy peace and security. 3. In every battle and skirmish since the birth of our Corps, Marines have acquitted themselves with the greatest distinction, winning new honors on each occasion until the term Marine has come to signify all that is highest in military efficiency and soldierly virtue. 4. This is the name of distinction and soldierly we who are Marines today have received from those who have preceded us in the Corps. With it, we also receive the eternal spirit which has animated our Corps from generation to generation and has been the distinguishing mark of Marines in every age. So long as that spirit continues to flourish, Marines will be found equal to every emergency in the future as they have been in the past. And the men of the nation will regard us as worthy successors to the long and illustrious men who have served as soldiers of the sea since the founding of the Corps. The inspiring message of the 13th Commandant has left its mark in the hearts and minds of all Marines, by deed and act, from Guadalcanal to Iwo Jima, from Incheon to the Korean armistice, in the interventions of Lebanon to the Dominican Republic, and from the opening battles in Vietnam to the Mayagese rescue. Marines have continued to epitomize those qualities which are their legacy, the success of which has been achieved in combat and in faith they have borne in peace will continue. The Commandant and our many friends have added to their hearty praise and the congratulations on this, our 244th birthday. This is the message from the 13th Commandant of the Marine Corps, General John A. Lejeune. Also, I will be reading a message from the current Commandant of the Marine Corps, David H. Berger. This year, the Marine Corps celebrates 244 years of warfighting excellence and uncommon valor. United States Marines define the world's images of elite warrior citizens. We take great pride in this legacy and have built by those who have came before us and in carrying that legacy into the future. Capabilities, battlefields, and adversaries change, and Marines continue to adapt to every challenge, prepared to fight and win wherever and whenever a nation calls. What does not change is the Marine spirit, a warrior rooted in our core values. The strength of our Corps is our Marines. Our success depends on all Marines embodying the values in which our Corps was founded. It requires leveraging your talents and ingenuity of every Marine to strengthen the Corps. Since 1775, courageous Marines have answered the call to fight for freedom and have shaped our reputation as the most feared fighting force the world has ever seen. Marines from each generation approached every battle with lethal combination of versatility, perseverance, and adaptability that's allowed us to prevail in any climb, in any place. Throughout the 244 year of our history of the Marine Corps, our nation has required Marines to adapt the capabilities and fighting styles to defeat our adversaries in all domains. The Marines who took to the sea with naval counterparts to combat the Barbary pirates solidified our roles in naval expeditionary force and readiness. World War I saw Marines fighting sustained land campaigns and returning from those battles immediately to be redesignated and they know how to go to war. Those innovations laid the foundation for the amphibious landings of World War II. Combat operations in Korea and Vietnam brought harsh climates and unforgiving terrains that again forced Marines to adapt and overcome. In Iraq and Afghanistan, urban battlefields and counterinsurgency tactics demanded innovations in war fighting strategies and capabilities. Today, we find ourselves facing new and evolving threats in different operational environments. Like our predecessors, we will move forward with the lessons learned from the past conflicts while redesigning the force and innovating for future conflict with any adversary who dares to fight. Marines, congratulations on 244 years of excellence. Like our first birthday message published by the 13th Commandant, General Jean-Asia Lejeune in 1921, this message serves as a reminder of the legacy we are charged with upholding. Today is our day to celebrate our heritage and our honor to the sacrifice of those who fought before us. It is also a day to recommit ourselves to our core values and resolutely pursue strength of character that defines United States Marines. And is a day to look forward to the future battlefields, to prepare to uphold distinguished warfighting legacy of our predecessors wherever our nation calls. Happy birthday, Marines. Signed, David H. Berger, General, U.S. Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Yeah, I know, a little long-winded, guys, but gentlemen, Salvador, absolutely singing the Marine Corps hymn, and should you all ask of it, I will sing it. Bad as I am. Okay. After reading General's message, we present our guest of honor, and our oldest and junior Marine comes forward. Also, when coming forward, since I didn't put this, this is the music that the cake escort, which would be 4 Marines, usually junior enlisted, maybe 1 corporal, will come out to. Don't want to get a copyright strike there, but hail Chesty, hell yeah, Salvador. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, and then we have the oldest and youngest Marine come forward. Now, this is the cake ceremony. Sweet cake up. All right, now we have the cake ceremony. This is a time-honored tradition. We usually have the oldest Marine in the unit and the youngest Marine. First, the oldest Marine takes a bite, signifying the experience and wisdom, and then we pass that piece of cake on to the youngest Marine, signifying that new blood is always coming in, and the Corps will continue. And it is played to this music, which is Old Enzyme. And to honor that, granted, it doesn't have any glow maker on it, but cake. So, to all Marines out there, young and old. Yeah, cake was bought the last instance. You can tell it's not that good, but. All right. After that, we do the cake ceremony. The cake is pulled out pretty much to Old Enzyme. And then usually the ball varies in one of 2 ways. Either we have the guest of honor and the commanding officer speak, or we march off the sword court and then we let the guest of honor speak. I preferably like to march off the sword court for the simple fact of, in my first Marine Corps ball, I was under very, very bright and hot lights for about 2.5 hours in full Marine Corps dress blues. Yeah, I almost passed out holding a sword. That'd have been ugly. The next ball, when I wasn't on the court, yeah, they marched the court off before the commanding officer and the guest of honor spoke, which was quite funny. Usually they march. Exactly, Salvador. Exactly. Absolutely. But after that, we march off once again to Semper Fidelis. And then after that, the ceremony's over. We're allowed to eat dinner, usually consisting of, I don't know, usually steak or lobster. And then, yeah, exactly, Salvador, exactly. Marine Corps dress blue alphas do not breathe. No, they don't. And if you don't set that halo right, yeah, right here, you usually have a big red line because that's where the Marine Corps cover pushes on your head. Yeah, I didn't quite set mine right, so yeah, my head hurt for about an hour afterwards. Excedrin was my best friend. But that's generally how the Marine Corps ball ceremony goes. Usually lasts somewhere between 45 minutes to 3 hours, depending on how long the guest of honor speak and if they keep the sword court out there. But that's more or less how the birthday ball goes. It's a time-honored tradition, especially the reading of the birthday messages, because this day is a holy day for Marines. It's the entire reason we exist. Tuntaver, November 10th, 1775. First Commandant of the Marine Corps. Samuel Adams raised the Corps. And here we are today. And the funniest part is the only reason the Marine Corps still exists is because you, the public, want us to exist. I know it's not something the Marines really want to say, but the Army could do our job. In fact, they do that in the French Marines. In fact, hold on a second. Is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, there they are. Pictures and mementos. This is from which Marine regiment? Is this the 1st or the 5th? This is a beret. Here, I'll put it on for you guys. No, probably don't fit anymore. A beret of the 5th French Marine Regiment. As you can tell, I got this from a guy with a way smaller head than me. But yeah, went to Belwood for the Belwood Ceremony. It's held every year. The Commandant and Sergeant Major go. Usually a French Marine Regiment goes. My detachment goes every year, and I traded a Marine Corps medal for this French beret. No, they gave us all sorts of stuff here. What else do I got? Yes. I got this from a French Marines, the French robe. Usually the 5th and 6th Marine regiments are authorized to wear this, but let's see what else. Oh, there's my. Sorry, guys. Give me a minute here. I should have been better prepared, but living you learn. There they are. Okay. Now that we got all that out of the way. This coin, not a Marine Corps coin, but it is a challenge coin. I got this from the Command Chief Master Sergeant of Armed Forces Europe. How did I get this coin? Well, I job qualified on a system that I'm not really allowed to talk about because it's classified. Sorry. But I gave such a good explanation of the system to the senior enlisted person in Armed Forces Europe that he by name sent me back this coin. I consider that a big honor. Let's see. This is also a pin from the 2nd French Marine Regiment, because in the French Marines, they don't have a Marine Corps like this. They actually assign Army units, and they get classified as Marines, and they show up every year to Belwood. And just to prove I have no soul in valor, on any uniform besides dress blue alphas, I'd be wearing this set. Yes, as you can tell, I didn't have many. So you can see here, that's my good conduct. Right here, that's my good conduct award. 2nd award, you can tell by the star right there. That's the highest award I ever got. Next, National Fence. Everybody gets that one. Then I have Global War Expeditionary, Global War Service, Sea Service Deployment, and Overseas Service ribbons. Just so anybody could say I didn't steal anybody's valor, I had 7 awards that I wore on my chest, which would have been right about there, if y'all can see. So let it not be known that I don't have a Bronze Star. I don't have the Medal of Honor. I don't have this. I don't have that. I got 2 ribbons and 4 medals. That's it. Though, between me and the bulkhead, yeah, I got totally robbed on a couple of names. But hey, live and you learn. So, I'll leave questions up to all of you, and make sure to smash that like button and share around. In fact, I need to share this on Twitter because I'm pretty sure there's some other people out here who are like, hey, all the work you got to do. But anyways, does anybody out there for me have any questions? Because I pretty much covered the ball. Granted, I did the high speed coverage of the ball, but anybody else got anything for me before I kind of wrap this up? Because I mean, I could do the whole thing, but I just don't have the blues. I don't have this, I don't have that. So you all ask me about the ball, my service, you know, this is for you guys. So you all ask me. Cricket, cricket. All right. Well, seeing how they're really in that. Well, we've got one more person in here. Thank you for showing up for my Marine Corps birthday celebration. I have opened up questions to anybody who has anything to ask me about the Marine Corps birthday, about my service, about what life in the Corps is. You all ask me. This is all on you guys. Well, guess we're not going to have that many today, but I hope you all enjoyed a quick run through of how a Marine Corps birthday ball would look, what it'd be like to actually, just a quick, brief look on what it's like to actually go to a Marine Corps ball, and oh, and uniforms that we generally have. Hold on, let me check. Okay, make this on share screen. All right, guys, just so you guys have a general idea of what the Marine Corps uniform looks like when in oh god, is that the uniform? No, god, this is what the uniform looks like. Now, as you can see here, this guy has medals upon medals upon medals, and then ribbons over here. These are Mr. Adam Shawhan. What's up? Oh, the dry cleaning bill for dress blues ain't bad, Salvador. The brass work, all this stuff, anodized, that could be $300 to $400 worth of stuff. I blew pretty much my entire uniform allowance when it comes to, well, you know, anodized brass. It sucked. As you can see here, this is the dress blue alphas. Usually they also have the gloves. If it was Bravos, they would all be ribbons instead of medals. Now, hold on, let me get you guys a picture of what the service alpha looks like. Okay, now dress blues are not a mandatory thing. So, and this is actually the officer variant, as you can see up here. Listed variant would be something more like this, but this is kind of an older one. But service alphas are given to every single Marine. Every Marine gets service alphas. Not dress blue alphas, on the other hand, well, you go out and buy those. Those are, yeah, I got mine in boot camp because they were offering a one-time deal of $150, and I was like, yeah, and I want to look like that, so that's what I got. But anyways, you're either in the service alphas or dress blues. And Marine Corps birthday is an appointed place of duty. So unless you are sick, wounded, or something like that, your ass is pretty much showing up at the birthday ball. The only times I never went to a birthday ball is 2003. I was in Okinawa, but they needed someone on duty, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to a ball for a unit that ain't my own. So I stood duty. It was all right. I sat there and watched Lord of the Rings 2 Towers pretty much all night, which worked for me. So now that we got uniforms, what they look like, and what Marines wore, the ceremony. Hey, what's up, Flip? Thanks for showing up, man. You guys got any questions for me about the ball or anything like that? I mean, you want to recap since a lot of you guys start showing up later? You guys tell me. I'm here for you. I am here for you. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think. Anything else? Oh, actually, it was kind of sad because 2004, we were actually supposed to get a guest speaker from, who was the granduncle of one of the Marines in our unit. Her uncle was a Medal of Honor recipient for actions on Iwo Jima. And now this guy was hard. They were in a foxhole in the middle of the fight. I can't remember if it was before or after Suribachi got taken, but during the night, they got attacked. Japanese threw two, not one, but 2 grenades into this guy's squad foxhole. He dove on both of them, bare-chested, smothered the blast, and lived. Thanks, Flip. No worries, man. This is mostly for posterity anyways, but I like sharing stuff like this, like the Marine Corps birthday. But yeah, we were going to have a guest speaker at Marine Corps Ball who was a Medal of Honor recipient. Now, for all of you who don't know, the Congressional Medal of Honor is the highest award that can be ever awarded. In fact, there are only 2 United States Marines who were ever awarded that award twice. The first one is Major Smedley Butler. He was an officer's officer. He was alive late 1800s, early 1900s. And then Master Gunnery Sergeant Dan Daly earned 2. One at Belwood and another one in the Boxer Rebellion. And let's just say, to be awarded the Medal of Honor, you have to go so far beyond the call of duty. It's insane. You go read some of the award warrants for the Congressional Medal of Honor, and you're just like, oh my God. Wow. That's nuts. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got so far. So in case some other people want to filter in and you want to see what's going on. But anyways, I think that's going to be the video for today. Kind of short, kind of sweet, 30 minutes. Kind of tackled everything. And since we know that a lot of people are filtering in, say la vie. Maybe next year I'll get 100 or 1,000. We'll push our luck. But anyways, I'm the Wolf. To all my fellow Marines, my birthday message is party hard, be safe, enjoy our birthday, and here's to another 244 years in the Marine Corps. Y'all have a great evening, and I'll catch y'all next time.